So welcome back. So in today's session, we'll learn about list, tuples, and set. These are the three different data structure of Python. So here we can store multiple elements inside a single variable. So let's get started. So let's say we have a variable L, which is equal to a square bracket, and then let's say learn, and then let's say we have another item with, and let's say we have a third item called Pratap. Okay. So if you see here, we have a variable L, and we're assigning this L with a something called this square bracket. So we should always understand this anything that has a square bracket here is a list, and here we can say that inside this list we are having three items, that is learn, with, Pratap. And let's say we want to access the first item, let's say learn. So how can we do that? Let's say it should be print L of 0. So what is this 0 and what is this? In programming, we call this as a subscript notation. In programming, an item in any list is stored as an index. So this is at index 0, this is at index 1, and this is at index 2. So now if I run this code, we can see that we are getting learn here, right? That means we are trying to get the element at index 0. So let's learn about tuples. Tuples, we have equal to, and then this is kind of same with our list, learn, with, Pratap. But you see the difference here? In list we are having a square bracket, in tuple we are having round bracket. So the main difference between the list and the tuple is, in a list we can change the elements, we can update them, but in tuples we cannot change them. Tuple is immutable. And let's say we have the same set, let's say s equal to learn, with, Pratap. So here in set you can see that we have an element inside this curly bracket. So these are the main differences between the list, tuples, and set. A list is inside a square bracket, a tuple is inside a round bracket, and in a set it's inside a curly bracket. So in list we can have duplicate elements, we can update them, we can mutate them. In tuple we cannot mutate them, it's immutable, and in list we cannot have a duplicate elements. And another point about here is, in list we maintain an order, in tuple we also maintain an order, but in set we don't maintain any order. These items are placed randomly. So let's add print in each of the statement. Let's say print t. Here I want to print the first element, I can say print t of 0. If I run this, you can see I get learn, but here I can say for the set I can say s of 0 because s does not have any index. So you see, set object is not subscriptable. Also in list we can add item to the list. So we can add an item to the list. So how can we add an item? Let's remove this. We can say l.append. So let me append today, and let's print the list. So let me comment all this, and let's run. So you see here in the list we have appended a new element in the list, which is today. Okay, so let's try the same for tuple. Let's say tuple dot append, and let's say today. Let's run. Sorry, append. So let's run. So it says that tuple object has no attribute append. That means in tuple we cannot mutate the tuple, we cannot change the value, right? So that's why we don't have append function inside this t. So we'll learn about these functions and all, like t.append. We'll learn more about this in further sections. So let's try the same for our set. Let's say set dot So but here in the case of set, we don't have append, but we have add. So in set I can add, let's say today, and let's print the set. So we cannot do this. Let's remove this. So let's run this. So we see that we added the today in the set, and if you see, the order is not maintained. So we add this today at the end of the set, but you see here we have today Pratap with learn. So it is randomly added. Okay. So we also can remove an item from the list. So let's try to remove. Let's say remove, and I want to remove Pratap. So we'll be able to do that in list. Let's print the list. So we see now we have only learn with, and there is no more Pratap. And also let's do the same with tuples. So you see here we don't have any function here. So in case of tuple, we cannot do that because tuple object does not have an attribute remove. So we cannot remove an element from the tuple because tuple is immutable. Okay. And let's do the same for set. So we can remove from set. And if I say print s, and if I say print s, so you see we have with learn and we don't have Pratap anymore. And also in set we cannot store duplicate element. Let's say I want to store Pratap again, and let's print s. So you see we have only single Pratap, though we added multiple Pratap here. So that means in set we cannot have duplicate elements. In tuple we cannot mutate them. In list we can add or remove any elements. And list and tuples maintain orders, but set doesn't maintain any orders. So these are very basic concept of list, tuples and set. We'll learn more about them in the upcoming section. So this is it from this session. So hope to see you in another session.